Hey y'all. Well, I am down here in my very messy and kind of disjointed basement right now. I've just finished up most of my jars, but I saved one. I saved one to do with you if you're interested. This is my mess from making bouquets this morning. And this is the leftovers of making bouquets this morning. And this is the cool room that Hugh is working on for us. You can see he's got walls built, and that little area over there behind our fireplace, he has the walls built. We've got to go after some insulation and put the insulation in, and then sheet the walls with probably just wood. But coming over here, this is an old freezer that we emptied out about a month ago, and yeah, it still worked, but it was 40 years old, and at this point we decided we don't want to trust it any longer. It's been a soldier. It has truly held its weight in gold. So anyway, and this is what I've been working on for the last little while. These are little mason jar bouquets, and they sell really well for us at one of our locations. So I have 7 of them made, and I'm going to work on one more. So let me move these back out of the way, and let me set the camera up where you can see what I'm going to be working on. And we will do. Now, let me just mention right up front that we charge a very nominal fee for these little jars. We're going up on our fees next year for them, because for one thing, we found out that our original thinking was, well, it's mostly leftovers, and it is. It's mostly flowers that we consider too small to put in our regular bouquets. It's mostly flowers that were too short to put in our regular bouquets. But they take a long time. It's a time thing at this point. So if you can see in these other bouquets, I used a lot of this particular celosia. It's just a feather celosia, and let's see if I can put you somewhere where I can see what I'm doing and you can see what I need to make sure that you're seeing what I'm doing. So anyway, I'm going to take this little jar and put the celosia in it first. Right now we are pretty much totally out of basil. Basil is usually our filler, so this time the celosia has become the filler, and I kind of like it. It gives a really pretty little purple background. And so let's that one's got too many old little stems on it. But I want them to kind of hang out a little ways, so they're not just standing straight up, and add some width. That might be just a little bit much. I'll shorten it just a tad. And one thing I'll mention is right off front, make sure that you don't have any leaves going down in your water. The leaves will shorten the amount of time that your flowers will stay fresh. So just make sure you don't have any leaves going down in that water. All right, let me find some more. I hope y'all are having a good day. I am having a good day. It's just been busy, but busy is good. Now they'll squirrel around until I get some other things in there, obviously, because they don't have anything to hold them straight and in place. So I'm just kind of filling it full. And most of them, well, you can tell. I mean, when I get the flowers in there, they'll be well hidden. And not even that I want to hide the celosia, it's just you know, just what happens when you're using it as background. All right. And I am not a florist, never claimed to be. I admire florists, but after having done this all summer, I can tell you it's actually quite challenging on your neck. And so for florists out there, you have my utmost admiration, and I would say find yourself a really good chiropractor. But it is really tiring. Okay, now I'll get those in there. And then you can see I put a little sunflower in every one of these today. I just thought it's kind of a sunflower. This is pretty much the end of our sunflowers. And I'm putting the sunflower all the way down on the edge of the jar. And the reason for that is because the sunflower, their little heads are heavy. And so I make it low enough so that my sunflower can actually hang on the lip. That's my personal little bit of advice. But I think that just keeps them in a good spot. Now the rest of these I have made out of the Queenie zinnias. This last one I'm going to make out of just the Benary's zinnias. And they are small. This time of year they're really kind of small. They're kind of finishing up for the season. And I'm going to go from the largest down here at the bottom and work my way up to the taller ones toward the back. And you can see I've also used, these are all celosia, these feathery looking things. And I've used different colors of the celosia. I'm leaning you. I've used a kind of a pink color and a peachy pink and some yellow and just different colors. Let me see. Since this one's going to be bright Benary's, I think we're going to use this bright. He's kind of bent, but he's the brightest colored one I have right now. So let's go ahead and put him in there. I'm taking off those bottom leaves. And I want him to hang up the highest, but not too high. I'm finding that what I think is the most aesthetically pleasing in a jar arrangement is to have the flowers about twice the height of the jar. And you can see this jar is just a regular mason jar. Let me see. It's just a regular mason. It's a pint-sized jar. And these are not centerpieces. These are just, I call them window arrangements, because basically they're decorated on one side. They do not have, they're not all the way around. So it's not something you would put in the middle of your table. It's just something that you would put against a wall or in a windowsill, so you're seeing it from one side. But anyway, what was I telling you? I heard Huey come in. I get distracted really easily. I don't remember. But let's carry on. All right. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. I was going to show you these. These are just the little teeny tiny pints, but they're the wide mouth. I'm not even sure they're a pint. They may be a half pint. I'd have to see. But they still use equally as many flowers, especially with the wide mouth. So be aware of that when you're, especially if you're building them to sell. You want to keep that in mind. And this next spring, like I said, we will be repricing our jars. We cannot handle this type of expense again. It was really expensive. I said that wrong. It wasn't really expensive. It's just we didn't price them at their value. So anyway, I know some of you are going to ask me what I priced them at, but I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that at all. Now, I am going to use some more little sunflowers in this one since we're keeping it really bright. And since he's going to be kind of tall. So let's just put a little sunflower in there. And he's not open yet. He was just picked. And picked in a unopened stage. And we're just using nice bright colors. All right. We need one more. Let's put one more little guy in there. And we'll put this teeny tiny little pink one all the way back here in the back. Let's cut the orange down just a tad. He's too tall. And there's not really that many stems in there. It's just that they're twisting over each other in different directions. All right. Let's rearrange him just a little bit. I don't know that I like the other little sunflower. I'll put him over here on the side. So that leaves me wanting one more zinnia in there. And let's put a yellow dude. No, not with the... Let's put this other pink dude. So now he's going to be kind of all pinks and oranges with just a little bit of yellow. I made him way too full, guys. These flowers are way bigger than little Queenie zinnias. Yeah, I don't like that. I do not. Let's take the big one out and try again. What do you think? It's one of the reasons that we underpriced them, because they take us longer. They take us longer than we should spend on them. Not usually this long, but a little bit longer. And I'm trying to work around this camera, which isn't really offering a whole lot of help. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. All right. That's not what I'm looking for. But anyway, I am going to finish it up and say it's fine and we're done. And I'm going to put some of these beautiful gomphrenias in there, because the gomphrenias just add to the beauty of all of it. And these are the gomphrenias. These little teeny tiny ball-shaped creatures. They are so pretty, and I have them in dark purple and like a medium pinky purple. And I think that I don't have enough of the dark purple to do what I want to, so I'm going to use this color. And I think it will pick up the purple and the celosia just fine. And snake him down in that one's crooked. I don't know why I chose him. Anyway, snake him down in there. Let's get some more in there. Let's put this guy right here. Let me see. I'll leave him almost that tall. Let's trim him down just a little bit. And now, I've lost my main color celosia, so let's bring him a little bit forward. And these Gumfrenids, you know, they're hard. They're not hard to grow. They're very easy to grow, but they're difficult to harvest. And then when you bring them in your harvest buckets, they actually are always tangled up because we don't spend a very long time in the field. I guess other people probably spend more time in the field than we do cleaning them up outside. But it's been so hot. We do everything we can inside. So we bring them in, and then we clean them up inside, and pulling them out of the bucket to clean them up is actually quite challenging because they're wrapped around each other 15 different ways. And right now I'm just kind of sticking some extras in there just to add some body to this so that they don't sling around and change positions. I think I'll add another feather or two just in here just to hold them because we don't really need any more. And it looks like, there's a piece. Started to say I was completely out of that. I've been pretty ruthless using it. But anyway, yeah, there we go. All right. Well, there is a teeny tiny little jar arrangement. That needs something. I don't know what it needs. It needs just to be bulked up a little bit to keep it from moving around. But whatever. I made that one too short to use still. I think I've got another teeny tiny little yellow in here. Let's put him in there. Come on, guy. Pull a little yellow up to the very top. So I think we'll call him done. But I don't have time to fool with him any longer. I've got to get these things in my car and head out. Or I'm going to be trying to deliver once my locations close. This is what I need right there. All right. I just needed something to hold that. Now that holds everything in place, so I'm good. All right. So I actually like the Queenies the best. They're my favorites. But sometimes some people just really, really enjoy the nice bright colors. And I do love bright colors. But as far as a flower arrangement, I love the Queenies. I hope y'all are doing wonderfully this evening. Let's go get these in the car and get them delivered and come home and make supper. That's what I'm saying. But I love y'all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.